Scott, we're in Manchester ahead of the big Rise Up show. First and foremost, late change of opponent for you. Just tell us about that.
Yeah, we got I think it was beginning of last week that we got notice of a late change of opponent. But listen, these things happen in boxing, and you've just got to get on with it and deal with it.
He's a different character to your mandatory Semeno, and he does pose some different challenges, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's a totally different style, but he's one of them. Like I say, you can train for someone. I could have been training for Semeno, trying to anticipate what he was going to do, and he could have come in with a totally different game plan, and you've got to adapt. So it's just the same thing. All we've got to do, we've watched a few tapes of Munyai now, changed a few things, adapted a few things, and like I say, I'm 100% ready for Saturday night.
I suppose the most important thing still is putting in the work in your camp, whoever the opponent is.
Yeah, most of the work was already done, when we got the thing. But it don't matter who I'm fighting, I'll train like I never trained before. It's everything technically, strength, mentally, physically, everything. He's gone up another notch since the last fight, and then, like I say, I'm ready for Saturday night. And
it really does feel like this is the kind of final hurdle before you're looking ahead to unifications and big super fights.
Yeah, this is what makes this a massive, massive fight, and a very dangerous fight. I'll guarantee you, no one would have took Munyai on a week's notice. He'd be an hard fight at 10 weeks' notice, but the dangers he proposes and the style he is, and to take it on a week's notice, guarantee you, no one would have took this dangerous fight with these of them fights just in front, and these are the sort of fights that are going to improve you though.
He's been over here before. He's beaten people like Lee Haskins, so he's a real danger, isn't he? A real handful.
Yeah, he's a quality opponent, real danger. But it's like I said, I believe in my own ability, and I know that I've got the tools to not only win, but it's about winning and winning in style.
Eddie has said that this could actually be, all things considered, a bigger challenge than Semeno. Is that how you and Joe are approaching it?
Yeah, this is definitely 100% agree. He's 28, he's in his prime, he's coming off some 4 good wins, and like I say, he's not got the same experience at world level as Semeno did, but he brings a lot of different qualities and different dangers to the table.
Because of what's at stake in terms of what could come after this, has that transferred into your training? Do you think has it been even harder this time?
No, listen, every fight's a massive fight, because if you don't come through that, the fights in the future don't happen. So me, as soon as after my last fight, I was preparing to go out to America. Went out for America for 4 weeks, sparred 70 rounds in 3 weeks. And all different styles against Mexicans, Filipinos, Americans. That's what gets you ready for things like this and improves you as a fighter. I come back over there, and I've had 12 weeks over here, so I'm the best I've ever been at this moment.
And 3 names mentioned at the press conference: Martinez, Leo Santa Cruz, and of course Carl Frampton. In an ideal world, which of those would you like to fight next?
Listen, the main thing is beating Munyai, and then them fights happen. Them fights are big fights, so it doesn't matter who comes first. The main thing is dealing with Munyai on Saturday, and that's 100% I will do.
Set myself up for that answer, didn't I? Just away from your fight, obviously a lot of the talk, Anthony Crolla and John Murray, the big battle of Manchester, as it were. In a way, is that kind of taken the pressure off, the limelight off you, because everyone's talking about that fight, and maybe it's allowed you to go about your business under the radar a bit this time?
No, it makes no difference whether the pressure was on me or it's a cracking fight, it's a cracking domestic fight, and even I'm excited. I won't get to watch it on the night or anything, but I'll look forward to the replay afterwards, because it'll be a cracking fight. But it doesn't matter to me whether I put more pressure on myself than any limelight or anything, or anyone could put pressure on me, because I have a fear of losing, and that's what drives me to be the best and train so hard and work on the small things that make massive differences. Don't cut corners, and that's because of the pressure I put on myself. But it's about when I watch that ring, I know I've done everything possible to get prepared for that. So I'm walking to the ring with no worries. It's just about doing what I know I can do, and I know that I'll be 100% fine.
Obviously, you're at home as well this time. It'd be a superb reception for you.
Yeah, it's always good to box at home, and like I say, I'm looking forward to the reception that I get.
Just out of interest, did you see Carl Frampton's fight the other week in Belfast?
I did.
What'd you make of it?
Did what he had to do against who he was in with. You know, me personally, don't think he was in with anyone special. He was a good fighter in his day, but he was way past it. And listen, he did what he had to do, and he looked good doing it.
And in terms of that fight that we all want to see, it's just as important that you keep winning, that he keeps winning as well.
Oh yeah, we both got to keep winning, and that's, like I said, the focus is on Saturday night for me, because, as you just said, we've both got to keep winning for that fight to happen and be a massive fight that it is.